Hello everybody, welcome back to class. Today we have a full body Pilates with one hand weight. So I've got my 3 kilo here. This will be your heaviest. I can recommend either 1, 2 or 3 for the heaviest. Okay, so let's start with some stretching like always. Seated cat-cow, staying where you are in a cross-legged position. And we're just going to pop the chest open on the inhale as the shoulders go back, head goes up. And as we exhale, rounding the spine, chin to chest. Let's do this 2 more times. Deep breath in to open the chest, shoulders drag back. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. 1 more like this. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. And now back to center. Let's just roll out the head, stretching into every muscle of the neck as we roll forward, back, side to side. Go for 2 or 3 rounds one way before you change direction. 2, 1, head comes back to center and extending your right leg out to the side, sole of left foot connected to your right thigh. And we're just gonna reach that right arm towards the toes, flip the palm up, bend the elbow and drop your forearm inside of the leg. If you can't reach, just place it on top. And you'll swoop and circle that left arm up and overhead for a lovely side body stretch. And as you inhale, coming back up, facing the toes, reaching up. And exhale, melting over the leg and just grabbing wherever you can reach, either the shin, the ankle or the foot, lowering your head and pulling your belly towards your thigh until you feel a lovely stretch running down the back of that right leg. As you inhale, slowly walking up the right leg. We'll go straight to the other side. So bending the right knee, extending the left leg out. And let's start with that side body stretch. So left arm forward, reach forward, flip the palm up, bend the elbow, forearm to the leg or inside the leg on the ground as we circle that right arm up and overhead, holding here, breathing into the right line of the upper body and continue to pull and roll that right shoulder up and back. Inhale to lift yourself up, facing the left leg, same breath, arms up. Exhale, forward fold over that left leg. Stay here for a couple deep breaths. And when you're ready, walking your hands back up your left leg. And now we're just going to extend both legs out to the side, making sure the feet are flexed, both arms out. And we're going to take a twist through the core. We'll twist the left arm towards the right foot and you'll reach for the toes. Change sides, other foot. And then we go a little bit faster. It's a tap, tap, tap. And if you can't reach your toes, just hovering your hand above the leg and just getting as far as you can reach. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Straighten the spine. Inhale, both arms reach forward. Exhale, drop your hands either shin, ankle or feet, lowering your belly, your chest towards the ground. Making sure the back of the neck is nice and long. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth, sink a little deeper. 1 more, inhale. And exhale. Beautiful work, guys. When you're ready, walking your hands up and we can get into the workout. So, swiveling to the side, you'll lie down back on the mat. And we're gonna start with some core work. So I want you to grab your weight and we're gonna start with the weight in the right hand. Knees will be bent, feet to the mat. Reach the weight straight up to the sky And the opposite hand, your left hand will go behind your head, so the elbow will be bent. Now, let's take a deep breath in to prepare. And as we exhale, lift the chest, pulling the weight down towards the right hip, and then release all the way back down. So just starting with some simple chest lifts with the addition of a single weight. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. And you'll be able to use the weight to pull yourself a little bit higher. So focusing on those lower core muscles as you lift the chest up before you roll back down. Couple rounds like this. Keeping your feet firmly planted on the mat as we continue to lift and lower the chest. 3 more like this. 2. Now we'll be adding on lift up, hold in 1. And I want you to lift the ball of your the heel of your left foot. You'll lift the leg tabletop, lower the ball of the foot back down, and then release, weight to the sky. So it's an exhale chest lift. Inhale, tabletop that left leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, return. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. This is our next set. So just making sure you're staying connected to the breath and you're not rounding the spine too much as you lift the chest up. Think about pulling the shoulders back. Very good, guys. Starting nice and strong with the upper body today. Let's go 3 more like this. 2. Lift and hold on 1. Time under tension. Keep the chest lifted, just lifting and lowering that left leg for 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift the leg, hold on 1. We're going to swoop the weight up and over the left thigh. Now, as we inhale, I want you to extend the left leg long and down, pointing the toes. As you lower the chest, weight back to the sky. Keep the toes pointed. Lift up. Now we exhale to lift and cross. Inhale, lower, coming straight into our bicycle move. Now, I should say as well, if the weight gets too much at any time, simply ditch the weight. You can do all exercises without. Starting to get into the obliques now. 5 to go. Keep the toes pointed for 4. Think about lifting that right rib cage as you twist for 3. 2. Lift and hold on 1. Now we're just going to pulse the weight to the left. Pulse, pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Everything. Amazing work, guys. I want you to switch the weight into the left hand. We'll give that right arm a little rest. Place it down beside the hip with the palms down. Maybe take a further step in with your feet. We'll come straight into our bridging series. So exhale. You're going to peel the hips up to your bridge. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale, lower. Exhale. See what I did there? Switching the weight into the other hand, because I am a nice teacher. We're not here to blow out. We're here to find our edge, but not go over the edge. Think about that spinal articulation as you lift the hips up. Spinal articulation as you roll back down as well. Just a couple rounds like this. And remember, you can ditch the weight at any time. If you ditch the weight, place your left hand back down onto the mat. Now take out that spinal articulation, just going into your hip lift. So going straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. Let's add the arm. As we lower the hips, we bend the elbow, lower the arm down to the mat. Exhale, extend the weight up. Inhale, lower. So everything lifts, everything lowers. This is our next move. We go for 5 before we add on. 4, 3, 2, amazing work guys. Lift and hold on 1. Stay, keep the hips lifted. Bend the left elbow, pull the weight back to the shoulder. Tricep pull, extend up and reverse what you've just done. So it's an exhale to lift, inhale, bend. Exhale, extend, inhale, lower. That will be our last add-on for our bridge series. Let's go for 5. 4, 3, making sure we're still squeezing those glutes as we lift for 2. Hold on 1, just the tricep pull for 5. 4, 3, 2. Lift and hold. Let's finish with some pulses in the hips. 5, 4, 3, 2. 1, lift, hold, and spinal articulate as you roll all the way back down. And we're actually already set up for our core series other side. So if you need to take a little rest, simply drop the weight, maybe give your arm a shake out, take a sip of water. When you're ready, let's come straight back into it. So exhale, back to your chest lift. This time weight comes to the left hip. Inhale, lower. Let's bring the right hand behind the head. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Couple rounds like this. Can you lift a little bit higher than what is comfortable? Think about getting that lower back, that lumbar spine up and off the mat as you lift into your chest lift. Let's go for 5 more before we add on. Nearly there. 3, 2. Lift and hold on 1. Lift the heel of the right foot. Lift the leg tabletop. Lower the ball of the foot. Reverse. So we're staying on the ball of the right foot now. Exhale, chest lift. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reverse. This is it. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Couple rounds. Guys are doing amazing already. Starting off strong today. Let's go for 5. 4. 3. 2. We lift and hold on 1. Just that right leg up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift, hold on 1. Weight comes up and over that right thigh and we come into our bicycle. So point the right toes now, extend the leg long, let it hover off the ground. Upper body goes down, weight to sky. Exhale, cross the thigh. Inhale, lie down. And that right leg will stay hovering off the ground as you release. Keeping the toes pointed now. Working into the obliques. Exhale to lift. Inhale, lower. And remember, you can do the exact same thing without the weight. 5 before we pulse. 4, 3, 2. Lift and hold on 1. You still with me? Nearly there, guys. Pulse it out. Push and push that weight for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Woohoo! Let's switch the weight into the right hand. One more round of bridging. So left hand all the way down, and we get to give it a lovely little rest now. So maybe take a step in with your feet. And whenever you're ready, let's go back to our bridging. So starting with that spinal articulation as you roll the hips up to the sky. Inhale. Vertebrae by vertebrae, we roll it back down. I'm going to close my eyes because it's a little bit glary today. And I invite you as well, anytime you find your edge and you're struggling, close your eyes, allow yourself to go deeper, and remember everything is temporary. It's a really good way to connect and form a relationship with your body as well. So you find your edge, which is going to look different for everyone else. And you'll know when your body is telling you to stop. You'll know when you can push a little harder. And the more in tune with your body you get, the more everything starts to feel better. You start to get more comfortable in the body, which means you also start to get more comfortable in the mind. Okay, I'm going to shut up. Let's go 2 more like this. You're thinking, what the hell, Eliza? Does she ever stop talking? Okay, lift the hips, hold, and now we bend, tap the elbow, tap the hips straight back up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Very good. So taking out that roll in the spine, we're just lifting and lowering the hips. Pushing the weight up, floating the weight down. 5 before we add on. 4, 3, 2. Let's hit the tricep in 1. Hold. Bend the right elbow, weight falls back to the right shoulder, extend it back up, and reverse. Exhale, lift. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale, everything lowers. That is our last add-on for our last bridge set today. We are killing it today, guys. Doing amazing. I can see you through the screen. I can see that you are doing such a good job. Couple more rounds. 4, 3, 2, 1, keep the hips lifted, just working that right arm for 5, 4, can you lift the hips a little higher? 3, 2, lift the weight, hold on 1, let's finish with our pulsing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift, hold, and lower the hips. Lower the weight and just place the weight down beside the mat for a moment. Let's give ourselves a nice, juicy, well-deserved hug, pulling the knees into the chest and rocking gently side to side as we massage the spine. Okay, now lowering your legs back down, we're going into side legs now. So I will mirror you guys. I want you to roll over to your left side body, placing your hand behind your head, bending your knees, and we'll grab that weight once again. And just remember, you can also do this, of course, without the weight. Otherwise, placing it on top of your right thigh, and we'll start with some clams. So as we exhale, we're going to float that right knee up, and your right foot can come up and off the left. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. So we want to get that right knee higher than the hip. So working into that IT band here. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Beautiful work, guys. Couple rounds like this. And we're trying to keep that spine nice and long, and the right hip should be stacked on top of the left. And we still, of course, keep the core muscles engaged. One of the pillars of Pilates is that we're always working the core. The core is obviously the trunk of the body. So when the core is stabilized, when the core is strong, everything else will start to follow. Let's go 4 more like this before we add on. 3, 2, lift and hold on 1. We're going to extend the right leg back, toes pointing the back edge corner of the mat. Before we rebend the knee, find the clamp and lower the leg down. So it's an exhale to lift. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, float the knee down. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. So guys, like what I was saying before about connecting to the body, finding that relationship with the body, what's going to help is staying connected to the breath. Your breath is like your anchor. When your mind starts to wander off, you always have the breath there to immediately guide your mind back to the present moment, which keeps us connected to the physical body. Okay, 3 more like this before we take out that knee lower. 2, oh, I'm starting to feel it now. Heat in that outer right thigh. 1. Now, lift the leg up. We're just extending it back and bending the knee. Extend back and bend. Let's go for 5. 4. 3. Ooh, right glute, hello. 2. 1. Extend back, hold. Let's finish with some pulses. Small move up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and lower the leg. Place the weight in front of the mat as we lift ourselves up. Okay, let's switch the legs. And before we move on, let's just go for a little mermaid stretch. So left hand down, right arm big stretch up and over. That's going to feel really nice to release the right side of the body. And lifting up, we'll come straight to the other side. So bringing your weight with you. If you didn't use it on the other side, I would also recommend not using it this side. We want to stay even. And bending your knees. If you've got the weight, come and place it on top of that left thigh. And when you're ready, let's come into a bit of clam work. So exhale, knee up, inhale to lower. So we've been here before, you guys know the drill. Exhale, knee goes higher than the hip before we lower it back down. And here as well, the left leg can float up and off the right. So it might feel a little more intense on this side because we've already been working that stabilizing right thigh, right glute. So that's why we love Pilates. We get to do everything 2 times, right? Couple more rounds. Getting that left knee nice and high up and over that hip. Making sure your core stays on. Let's go for 4 before we add on that leg extension in 3, 2, lift and hold, stay, slowly extend the left leg back, pointing the toes to the back corner of the mat, and then reverse, bend the knee, lift it high before you float it back down. Exhale to lift, inhale, extend the leg back, exhale, rebend, inhale, lower. Awesome work, guys. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. We are going to have buns of steel after this. I think I'm already there, halfway there. Anyway, but it's not about how we look. Of course, it's about how we feel. We do Pilates so we can feel strong and amazing in our homes. Okay, next round, let's take out that knee lower. So just extend back, rebend, extend and bend. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We finish with our pulsing. Extend back, hold. Let's pulse it out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Lower the leg, lower the weight, lift yourself back up. We'll take the mermaid stretch on the other side. So just swinging your legs, other side, and right hand finds the ground, left arm reaches up and overhead, and that feels incredible. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And when you're ready, lifting yourself up. And we are going to finish standing in a little full body sequence. So taking your mat, of course, if you're done with taking your weight. If you're done with it, of course, just leave it on the ground. Otherwise, coming to the front of the mat. And I want you to lift your right heel up, left hand on your hip. Weight will come, if you've got it, onto your right shoulder. Okay, let's start with a little split squat. So we just take a step back with the right foot, bend the knees lower down, and then bring the foot back in. We'll go inhale to step back, exhale to step forward. So weight on the shoulder adds a little more resistance as we pull ourselves back to standing. So we're just working those muscles in the entire body a little more. Getting the knees nice and bent. How are we going? Still going, I hope. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. We're going to add a lunge in 3, 2, 1. Now, step back, hold. I want you to straighten the right leg, upper body rocks forward. Your weight will pull back, tricep pull. Reverse what you've done, rebend back knee, weight to shoulder, and step forward. So this is it. So inhale, step back. Exhale, straighten the arms, straighten the leg. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, step forward. So just continue at your pace. As long as you're staying connected to the breath, doesn't matter how fast or slow you go, but I will invite you not to go too fast. The more control we have in the body, the slower we move, the more the muscles will actually be working. We've got one more add-on coming up in 3, 2, 1 more like this. Okay, let's finish by adding a knee drive. So we find the lunge, we reverse. Now we can either step forward or pull the right knee to the chest as the weight goes up, and then back to your standing position, keeping that right heel lifted. So this is it, guys. This is our last add-on. Back to your split squat. Inhale, exhale, lunge. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, knee drive. Back to center. Keeping the weight into your left heel. 2 more like this. Now everybody, let's find and meet in our knee drive. I want you to kick the leg back, weight faces the earth. We're going to finish by pulsing that right leg up and up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the foot. Okay, bringing the weight into the left foot and just circle out that right knee 3 times. Before we finish the other side, maybe give your legs a little shake out. And I'm just going to turn around so you guys can see my other side. So weight in opposite hand now. So left hand. We'll bring the left heel up. We'll place the right hand on the hip. And then we'll lift the weight up onto the shoulder if we're still using the weight. Okay, so you guys know the drill. Inhale back to your split squat. Take a step back, bend the knees. Exhale, step forward. This is it. Layering on, this is our first layer of 3. Making sure we're lifting through the crown of the head. So we're standing nice and tall. The weight stays in that right heel as we step back and forward. You guys are killing it today. We are nearly there. This is our last little set of exercises before we cool down and we can get out of here. But we're having so much fun, right? We don't even want to leave. I love being with you guys as well. Let's go for 4 more like this before we add on. Let me get my hair out of the way. 3, 2, 1. Now, step back, straighten the left arm, straighten that back left leg, reverse, return. Inhale, split squat. Exhale, lunge with a tricep pull. Inhale, reverse to your split squat. Exhale, return to your standing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Three more before we add on that final layer, that knee drive. Two. Last one, like this. Okay, let's add that knee drive. So, split squat, lunge, reverse. Pull the left knee to the chest as the weight goes to the sky. Return to your standing. Let's just go for 4 sets. You can do it. 4, 3. 2. We can see the finish line. We are so nearly there. Okay, last round, we're meeting in our knee drive. Hold. Slowly float the upper body forward. Left leg goes back, weight goes down. We pulse that leg up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the leg, lower the weight. Woo, we are done. Hands on your hips. Let's circle out that left knee 3 times. Sorry, right knee. I'm confused with my lefts and rights now. Okay, come to the back of the mat. And let's finish with a lovely little cool down. So deep breath in, arms to the sky. Exhale, chin to chest as we roll it on down. Bend your knees until your hands find the mat. Slow walk forward. We'll meet in our downward facing dog. And walking out the dog, lifting one heel, lifting the other. Pulling both your heels down. Let's meet in a lizard lunge. So starting with the right leg forward, outside of the right hand, drop the back knee, uncurl the toes, and we're just going to stay here for a couple of breaths. So if this is enough for you, stay where you are. If it's available to you, maybe you drop your forearms down to the earth. Maybe you give it a go, and maybe you find it's too much and you come back to the hands. So wherever you are, just taking 3 deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Slowly coming back onto your hands. Now we're going to reach that right arm up to the sky. And as we exhale, can we bend the back knee, catch our foot, and pull the foot in towards the hips, holding for 3, 2, 1. Release. Right arm, let's go circle up, forward, down, and straighten out that right leg in a wide half splits. On your next exhale, rebend the knee, curl the back toes in, lift the back knee, and take a big step back once again. Downward facing dog, walking out your dog. And now big step forward with the left foot outside of that left hand. Drop the back knee, uncurl the toes, either stay where you are or dropping down to your forearms. Making sure the back of the neck stays long. Breathing into that left hip. When you're ready, back to the hands. If you're on the forearms, extend that left arm up, hold. Exhale, bend your right knee, catch your foot, pull the foot in towards the hip, hold. Release the foot, circle that left arm up and over, place it inside of the left foot. As we pull the hips back, find our half splits. Exhale, rebend the knee, curl the back toes in, lift the back knee, big step back, downward facing dog. One last time, walk out your dog. And now we've done a bit of work with the upper body too. So I want you to find your tabletop. We're just going to stretch out the upper body before we finish. Inhale, left arm goes up. Exhale, thread the needle. Extend the left arm through the right, left shoulder, left cheek down. Right arm can either go up and overhead, or for a deeper stretch, you can half bind it behind your back, placing it onto the left hip or catching your left thigh. Reverse, right hand down. Slowly float the left arm up. Exhale, left hand down. Changing sides. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, glide it through the left armpit, shoulder, cheek to the mat. Left arm either extends forward or up, over and behind, holding your thigh or placing it next to the hip. And reversing left hand under shoulder. Deep breath in as we extend that right arm up to the sky. Exhale, hand down, child pose, hips to heels. Give them a little wiggle side to side. And let's meet in a seated position, finishing with a breath all together. So whatever seated position you're in, bringing your arms out, circling them up and overhead. Last big, beautiful breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Keep your eyes closed for a moment as you send yourself some love and gratitude. Thanking yourself for making it here today, for doing the work and giving yourself some love. So thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed this class and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.